Oh, look, who tunes in to watch a bunch of fat old men
Exactly.
do a show on the internet? What is wrong with you people? What the hell is wrong with
Don't you have lives?
you? What kind of people tune in to watch a couple of fat old men do a show? Seriously. What is your problem? How bad is your life?
Yeah.
How bad is your life that you watch two fat old men?
Or how bad is your job if you're watching us from your job?
Yeah, if this is what you're into. Oh my God. If this is what you're into, this is what you watch to make your day better? Are you serious? Good Lord. I got some questions. I have some questions for you.
Definitely.
If this is what you're into, I mean, goodness gracious. We are here the day after Valentine's Day. I stayed up too late last night, man.
Oh.
I did not want to get up today. I did not want to get up. I'll tell you. I didn't want to get up today, man. I didn't get to bed till
Must be nice.
I want to say it was 1 o'clock by the time I fell asleep last night. Oh my God, I was so tired. So tired.
1 o'clock? Shit, that was the second time I was awake. 1 o'clock.
Oh my God, that's the time I finally went to sleep. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was rough. Because we decided to actually celebrate or to actually, make a big deal out of Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Yeah. My wife made homemade fettuccine Alfredo.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh, my God. And then, Steve, she got steak.
Holy shit.
I don't know if she... Yeah, God, I can't even imagine what it cost. But she got a steak, and then she pan-fried. She pan-fried the steak with... I'll tell you, she had like butter and rosemary and thyme and, salt, pepper, the whole thing. And then it was so good. Oh my God. It was so delicious. And then she takes the fettuccine, and she puts it on a plate, and then she puts the steak next to it. And I was like, oh my God. It was so good. And then she cuts off a little piece of my steak. Like we cut a little piece of it off, and then we put that steak on her plate. You know what I mean? So she had the little piece of it. And then I had that big hunk of it was like I don't even know what it was. I think maybe it had a bone.
Porterhouse, maybe.
I think it was a porterhouse or something. Is there a bone? Do they make a bone-in ribeye?
I think so.
It could have been that too. I don't know, but anyway. And then and then we wanted to watch television, to have something good. So I put on. This is where I fucked up. This is where I screwed up, you guys.
Right here. Boy.
I put an episode of Reacher, which is on Amazon Prime. And my wife has read all these books by Lee Childs. She's read the books. I first bought her a book of Reacher back for Valentine's Day back in 1990, whatever.
Right.
So on Valentine's Day, I was looking for gifts for her, and I saw they had just released his book. And I bought it for her. And it was the very first Jack Reacher book.
Oh.
So I bought the book, and I gave that to her for Valentine's. So it was kind of romantic that they made a new TV series of it. And the TV series is based on the first book. So she was like, oh my God, this is so good. And I'm like, yeah, we're watching it. And then I'm getting into it and I'm going, holy shit, this is really good. And I'm watching this show and like the first episode ends. Well, let's try to watch another episode. Meanwhile, we're putting we keep setting our night back later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
let's try one more.
We could take showers and move to the bedroom, and we could do that a little bit later. And then the gifts, we had Valentine's Day gifts.
Right.
Like we decided we weren't going to buy each other gifts.
Right.
But then she let it slip like she needed some earrings, right?
Right.
And so I got this so I gave my daughter a card and I said, go get your mom some earrings for me. And I said, this is how much money is on this card. Okay.
Uh-huh.
No, that's a mistake, by the way. You don't send it to your daughter. But I go, this card has so much money on it. Go get your mom some earrings and anything else. Take it up to this much money. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is how much money is on this, This is how much money is on this card. And
right.
She took it all the way up to it had $4 left on it by the time so my daughter gets her these earrings, but also she got her a bunch of other stuff.
Well, it's good. She got
so I look like a champ. But the whole thing was, I say to my daughter, I go, I'm not gonna do another fucking Valentine's Day where I don't get her anything, and she gets me something. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm like, no, I'm not gonna lose. I'm not gonna lose Valentine's Day again. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was like, no, I'm not losing it. So get your mom something, So get the gifts. So I give her something and she gets me nothing. Because I bring it up to my wife. I go, are we getting gifts for Valentine's Day? And she yelled at me. So I'm like, well, she's definitely not getting me anything, right?
Okay. Right.
And so, like I said, I send my well, here's the deal. My daughter tells my wife, Dad got you stuff for Valentine's Day. And then my wife goes, oh shit, now I gotta get him something. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I gotta tell you something. So last night we're sitting there and my wife brings out a bag. She goes, happy Valentine's Day to my daughter. And we got a bunch of stuff for my daughter.
Right.
And then she goes, and happy Valentine's Day to my Valentine. I'm like, oh shit, she got me something. And when you start counting all the gifts together, I'll be goddamn, Steve. she got one more. She got one more Valentine's Day gift for me than I got for her.
Oh crap!
So I didn't win Valentine's Day because I had someone what's the word I'm looking for? I had a someone revealing secret details.
Yeah. You had a mole in your family.
Yeah, there was a mole in my camp. Yes, that's what I had, a mole in my camp. That's absolutely right.
I bet she told your wife how many things she got for her. So she wife could get one more.
Counted. Someone who counted all the presents I bought for my wife. Yeah. I wasn't. Here's the other thing. The other thing, I wasn't sure what I got her.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I had a double agent. Tommy says the word I'm looking for is double agent. Yeah, I had a double agent in my camp.
There you go. Yeah.
So I counted, everything that I gave her, and then, like I said, I counted everything that she got me. I had one. She gave me one more.
It was that last fucking $4.
Ah,
just spent it on something.
Son of a bitch. Ah, crap. So I lost Valentine's Day again.
Oh, it was next year.
Ah, damn it. Ah, son of a bitch. I'll tell you what, buddy. Just crushes me. Just crushes me.
I bet.
Yeah. I lost Valentine's Day. Son of a bitch. I was all excited about it.
You thought finally.
I was all excited about it. And then we're giving her gifts. She loved them all. She's like, she goes, "Oh, how did you know?" And I go, "Well, I didn't know. My daughter knew. The double agent knew."
Yeah.
She knew, she knew what to get. Like, my daughter got stuff I would have never picked.
Right.
She picked out just a bunch of, things, and my daughter goes, "How did you know?" And I go, "Well, I'm trying to not answer because literally I was thinking to myself, I would have never gotten
Yeah, you have no idea.
I would have never purchased this
right
for my wife, ever. Not in a million years, and it's exactly what she wanted. So my daughter knew. She was pretty good. She really knew what to get her. Like, she got her this really nice purse, right? I thought my wife had a purse.
They always want better, I think.
Yeah, and she loved the purse that I got her. I would have never gotten the purse. It was my daughter who said, "Oh, Mom would love this," and she bought a purse.
Right.
And then she bought her this pot. Not weed.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like an actual pot.
Like a plant pot?
No, like a
cook pot.
That she kept calling a Dutch oven.
Okay, I know what those are.
No, I always thought the Dutch oven was. This is how I am. I thought a Dutch oven is when you're in bed and then you pull the covers up. You go, "Hey, it's the Dutch oven." That's what I thought the Dutch oven was.
Right.
And but my wife loved it. She loved it. She kept saying, "Oh my God, I love that Dutch oven." I was like, "Oh, well, Like, there was one time when I was laughing. I'd go, Well, I always knew you'd like a Dutch oven. The whole time I'm thinking,
yeah.
So, but she loved it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So, yeah. And the whole thing is here's what my daughter's good at. My daughter's really, really good at this. Because my wife kept pointing out, she goes, "Oh my God, that was originally 200 and some odd dollars. You got it for only 30." I go, "Well, yeah." And I'm like, I don't know. I've never considered the original price of anything I've ever purchased.
Right.
But my daughter does. You know what I mean? She's really good at that. Like she knew that she was shopping. She knew it was a limited card because of course it came from me. Right. So she knew, okay, well, this credit card for my father only has $100 and some odd dollars on it or whatever. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So she knew that it was limited. So she knew to do that. And it was pretty cool.
That's good though. She's very frugal.
Like I thought the most expensive thing were the earrings that she wanted, right?
Right.
Nah, it turns out those were cheap.
Right.
The Dutch oven and the purse and
those Dutch ovens are pretty high dollar.
Yeah. So yeah, my daughter got all that stuff. So, and then it was weird me taking credit for getting these things when I literally did nothing.
Well, you didn't even know what a Dutch oven was.
I didn't do anything but give my daughter a credit card. And I gave her a credit card, and then I told her, well, I know your mom wants hoop earrings.
Right.
So get some hoop earrings. Okay. And then my daughter, everything else was on her own. And then me taking any kind of credit for it, I gotta be honest, it felt weird. I accepted the accolades, don't get me wrong. I accepted all. I accepted full credit. But it was my daughter was really,
right.
My daughter was the one who was the impressive thing. When my wife goes, "Oh my God, this was originally 200 and some odd dollars, and you got it for only blah blah blah." And I was like, "Well,
of course I did."
I was taking all the credit. I had no idea. I didn't know. I had no idea that was an issue. But I guess it was impressive.
Oh, that's when you should have said, "Well, yes, I was trying to get my best I could for the least amount of money I had."
Yeah, and so it was. But that was my daughter who was, it was the double agent
right.
Who was the one shopping, who was the one who did that. I had no idea. Now, here's the other thing. You want to know who taught my daughter how to shop?
Your wife.
My wife. So my daughter shops the way my wife shops. See, this is what I did that was so smart. See, I know that stuff.
Right.
So I know their minds think alike. So putting my daughter in charge is the smartest move I made. Putting the double agent in charge is the smartest move I made.
Right. Yeah.
That's true. So putting the leaker in charge. So the smartest thing I did, because it impressed my wife, because she saw the purse and she saw the real price of the purse. Okay?
Right.
And it's a really, really nice purse. And my wife really liked it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But she saw the actual cost of it as compared to the price that we paid. She was like, "Oh, honey, you shopped great." And I'm like, I didn't want to, I'm like, well, I did nothing. All I did was give a credit card to my daughter.
Well,
yeah, so I didn't really do anything other than that. So, but she did really good, But then the double agent did reveal how many gifts I got. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then the double agent was able to add it all up.
Right.
And, she added it all up and...
Definitely sounds like a conspiracy from the double agent.
Yeah. So I ended up getting less than
Yeah.
my wife.
By one. Now, that's a little too...
So we do gifts. We have this amazing... The meal was so good. You know what I mean?
All right.
And then afterwards, we're like, you want to watch another episode of That Reacher? Oh, yeah, let's watch another episode. So we watch another episode of That Reacher, and I'm like, oh, shit, it's getting late. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, dude, I'm telling you, next thing you know, it's right after 1 o'clock or whatever, or it was right after midnight, and I know what time my wife's got to be asleep, and then it's 1 o'clock. I'm like, oh my God, But dude, this show's really good. I highly recommend it for anyone. It's really good, and it was and it was romantic because I bought my wife that book for Valentine's Day. So I bought her the Jack Reacher book, and then the show was on. It was actually as good timing. So, Anyway, it was a pretty good Valentine's Day.
Right.
So I like that. We had a good night. And I had some steak. I haven't had steak. When's the last time I had steak? Think about it. I can't even remember. It was really good. So, So I had a good steak. I had some fettuccine Alfredo. Godfather. I had that, and I had the gifts. I got a bunch of credit for something I didn't even do.
Right.
Other than give my daughter the credit card. I didn't do anything. Yeah, But it was a very nice night in the Lytle house. But like I said, got to bed too late, Got to bed too late. Did not want to wake up today, but I did. And I got to work out right after the show. So usually I like to do the show. And literally the time to leave me alone is literally right after the show.
Right.
Because then because every day after the show, I try to, I don't know if, I think it's you tell me what you call it. Because I try to just relax, and it's almost like I'm meditating.
Right.
Because I breathe through my nose. And I just try to breathe out any and all stress.
Right. You like to de-stress, whatever. Before.
Yes. I try to, like I said, it's almost like meditation. And I comfortably sit and I breathe through my nose, and then you know what I mean? And I turn off everything.
Right.
I turn off the television. I turn off my phone. I turn off everything. But I do set an alarm on my phone to let me know, hey, you've got to leave.
Right.
Just depending on what time the workout is scheduled. So I set 15 minutes or
right. So you don't fall asleep.
Yeah. So I set the alarm to let me know, all right, because I put on my workout clothes as soon as I get done with the show, but like today I knew to put on my workout clothes before the show, you know what I mean? So I'm wearing a workout shirt and stuff. And to where, I get done with here and then I go and I start my de-stressing and everything. And I put on knee pads, shoes, and go.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's how it works. But most of the times I'll fall asleep.
Right.
Well, so I guess it's like taking a little nap. But whatever it is, that's I do it at the end of every show. And I just don't want to be bothered.
Right. Exactly.
I don't want to be bothered by anything. I just want to, I just want to get myself focused and ready for a workout. So I don't take, and it never fails. I get always phone calls and all this other crap. So, like I said, I set an alarm to remind me, because sometimes you start that meditating stuff, and I've never learned how to meditate. I've never taken a class on it. I probably should read up on it because it's really helping me focus,
Right.
and it helped me deal with pain and all that stuff, So I start my breathing, and sometimes I sometimes I'm breathing and feeling good, and then the alarm's going off, and I look down like, oh my God, it's been a half an hour somehow,
Right.
But I don't know everything of what I'm doing, but I wish I knew better of what the process is, but it's making me more comfortable, Yeah, and I just don't want to. I don't want to deal with, with anyone or anything. So I don't want visitors. I don't want but Goose was coming by and doing the show.
Right.
But I think he comes by, and then after the show he wants to talk to me, and
Yeah, throws off the whole feng shui.
I'm I think he was weirded out by my post-show
ritual
meditations. I think he's like, what the hell is he doing? What the hell is this? So I think he's like, what is this fat? I'm out of here, At least I think that's what's going on. So, but yeah, after end of every show, Steve, I do my meditation, which most of the times turns into a nap. Then the alarm goes off, and the knee pads or knee braces. knee braces, shoes, and then out the door. That's the plan, But no Goose. I don't know. Usually the last couple of days, or the last few shows, I get up and Goose is walking my dog, and when I get out of the office, I go to my wife and I go, "Where's And I'm like, "Where's Chester?" It's like, "Oh, Goose has got him outside." It's like, "Oh." So I walked out today. My dog was waiting for me. Here's my dog. Hold on. Here's my dog. He's sleeping. And there's Goose's chair.
I must have had a.
I should put it on mic just to make him go. I put a mic on your. I put a camera. I put a camera on your.
There you go.
On your mic, Goose. So yeah. So I know he complains. But no Goose today. Oh well. Yeah. So what can I say? No Goose.
Nope.
But that's all right. I'll do the show and then I'll do my meditation.
Yeah.
My meditation. And then I'll go work out. And I had a good workout yesterday. Except I got there and I do cardiovascular on Mondays, you know what I mean? But I do it on this machine. And I started this in the last week. I started using AirPods with my iPhone. I've never done this before. And I started using AirPods, and it's amazing. It's amazing how quick my workout goes. You know what I mean? Like, I've worked out for over 2 years, and I've never had any kind of music or anything.
Right.
Now I've got AirPods and music on my cell phone.
Kind of keeps your mind thinking.
Oh, my God. So I feel like I'm working out, and I'm like, I feel like I've gone 5 minutes, and all of a sudden I look down, and it's like, oh, my God, I'm done. So it's amazing.
Right.
It makes the workout move. If I'd have known this a while ago, I would have been so much, I would have been so much happier. I would have been so much happier had I known, what they add to the workout. I can't believe nobody ever told me that.
Right.
So today I work out with weights, and then I do my cardio after. So I'll have my AirPods for cardio.
Right.
Because usually on the days when you do weights and work with a trainer, and then you go do that cardio, you don't want to do it. You're like, oh shit, I don't want to do this cardio, because you're already sweaty and sore from lifting weights,
Right.
So I lift my weights, do all that stuff, and then I go do my cardio. Like I said, I usually don't want to do it, but now I just put my music in, and I'm like, once the music gets going and stuff, I don't even realize what I'm doing.
Right.
Yeah. So I end up getting a nice full workout in and stuff, So that's what's happening today.
Supposed to be a nice day, so you should be a good day for it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be real nice, right? What's going on with the weather?
Up in the 50s.
Is it really going to be in the 50s in February?
Yeah, it's supposed to be 47, 48. So
Dude, that's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
That's going to be fantastic. 47, 48 is unbelievable.
Yeah.
So all the snow is going to be gone.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to snow again. I think Friday.
Well, I don't want any more snow.
I'm done with winter altogether. I'm ready for spring now.
I hate winter, dude. I hate winter. I hate it. I hate everybody. I hate everything. I hate the pain I'm in, and just winter just sucks. Yeah. But is it already getting warm out there now, or
I don't know. It looks like
when's it gonna start?
Sun's shining bright. So.
I could tell the sun was shining bright because even though I couldn't get out of bed, the friggin' light was in my eyes, it seems, since like 5 o'clock this morning or something.
It was a bright moon, though. I remember that.
It's ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
Well, not that much longer till spring, March 20 something. 20th.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want it to. It'll be nice to drive over to work out having it be somewhat warm. So, yeah. But I'm still wearing a mask to work out, Steve.
Oh, you're supposed to.
I'm still all masked up. I don't know when that's gonna stop, but
Supposed to stop the 28th.
No, but I'm saying I don't know I don't know when the fucking COVID's gonna.
Oh, that ain't never gonna be gone. I don't think.
Oh well. Have they decided we need another? I'm ready for another shot.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, I think everybody's got that.
I'm ready. I'm ready for another shot. I'll take one. I'll do whatever it takes to, I'll do whatever it takes to make sure I don't get no COVID. No problem. No problem at all. Yeah. Oh, well. I'm ready to work out without a mask. But I get at the same time, I do feel like it's helping with,
right.
Because I'm a big fat guy and I got the mask on and I'm like I'll see some of these little guys walking around the health club and stuff. And they're like, oh, I can't wear a mask. I can't breathe with a mask. And I'm like, F you. I'm 400 plus pounds. I got a mask over my whole face. And I'm breathing like a son of a bitch. And I'm doing fine.
All right.
And I'm doing fine. I breathe just fine with this mask on. And I see these guys. Oh, I just can't breathe with that mask on. You can breathe with the mask on. If you can't breathe with the mask on, why aren't people dropping dead? Why isn't the 400 plus pound man dropping dead while doing cardiovascular with a mask on? I'm not, you're not. Stop bitching about it. But I'm just saying it will be nice one day. It will be nice one day when I can work out without the mask.
Oh, yeah.
But I got to be honest. I'm so freaked out when unmasked people walk by me if I'm not wearing the mask. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm so And then every once in a while somebody coughs. I'm like, whoa, who the hell coughed? I'm like, which son of a bitch is coughing? What are you sons of bitches? Is there a COVID double agent in here? Sometimes I worry about it, you know. I hear a cough and I'm checking out trying to see which one of you sons of bitches is who just coughed. And then I look and I figure, I go, oh, I know it must be you. You must be the secret cougher. And I'm watching them see if they cough again, you know. You son of a bitch. I know it's you. I see you over there lifting the weights without your mask on. You son of a bitch. Yeah. So that's what I got going on, Steve. I'm trying to figure out who the coughers are.
I don't know how to solve that one.
Yeah. And then I mean sometimes my I'll become so dehydrated while working out. I'll become dehydrated and while I'm working I'll go and people start looking in my directions like, who's the cougher? Who's the son of a bitch? And then I start looking around too, like I'm wondering who the cougher was, even though it was me that was just going, you know, while I'm on the machine working out. But I don't want anybody to look at me and think that you know I'm the cougher.
I do that all the time and catch all kinds of hell for.
Even though it clearly came from me, I don't want anyone to know it was from me. I'm looking around like, oh, who is just doing that? Well, who did that? Even though I know who it is. Yeah. Oh well. But that's my existence. But I'm ready for another shot. Are they gonna make us get another one, or?
Yeah, I think so.
You think we'll need a fourth one?
I think we're gonna need one every year.
Oh yeah. Well, I get the flu shot every year, you know.
Right.
Yeah. But I like to I like to keep on top of it. Oh well. So COVID's going the COVID numbers are falling finally? Or am I
haven't heard much about it, so
let me check. Hold on, let me check COVID. COVID cases. Okay. In February of 2021, on February 14th of 2021, there were 63,780 people with COVID. All right.
That's a lot.
February 14th, 2022, there were almost 64,000 on 2021. How many COVID cases do we have today, you think?
58.
We have 206,370. Word numbers. No, the numbers are not going down. There's going to be we're more sick now than we were last year. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
All right. The deaths last year, February 14th of 2021, we had 1,081 deaths from COVID.
Uh-huh.
February 14th, 2022, we had 2,586 deaths. Oh, are you kidding me? So the deaths are up. Ah, shit. Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, well. I don't know. But I'm reading the numbers are falling. I don't know how they're falling, but you know what it is all right. This isn't from any facts or anything, but it's because people are vaccinated now. And vaccinated people are not dying from this latest, this Omicron's not killing us. Okay? You know who it's killing?
Unvaccinated.
So I'm telling you how they say how terrible death is, okay? But here's what I think. I think when they're figuring out deaths, they're going, well, we've given you a reason, or we've given you, and this is just because the numbers, when you look at the numbers for unvaccinated dying instead of vaccinated, it's so incredibly high. It's so incredibly low for vaccinated people to die. Unless they have other issues. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
So I think that's why they don't care. Because then they could say, well, we gave you every chance in the world to not die.
Right.
You chose not to take it, so it's not am I wrong? So it's not our fault if you die.
Right.
And I think that's why they don't care about the deaths. But I just told you in 2021, there were less people dying than who died at February 14, 2022.
Right.
So, but I think they don't care. Because they're saying we did everything to keep you alive. You chose not to take it. And now it's the unvaccinated people that are dying, which you think would scare for me, that would scare the unvaccinated, right?
Oh, yeah, I would. It would scare me.
Yeah. It was scared, I would be like, well, shit, I'm not next, But oh, well. Yeah, so anyway, that sucks. So, but they're saying at the same time, when they're showing numbers that, from last year, maybe last month it's going down. I don't know, but they keep saying the numbers are going down. I'm not sure, but somehow the numbers are going down. So, hopefully we're on the back end of this thing.
Right. Should be.
But it seems like Omicron is not killing us anywhere near what the Delta was or any of that stuff. They did a Super Bowl commercial for or they did the Super Bowl rankings for what the best commercials were.
Oh.
Yeah. And what was the worst commercials and what were the best commercials? All right. You want to take a guess?
Sure. The worst one was, I don't know.
What do you think was the worst commercial?
I don't remember the name of it. It was so stupid. It was one of those.
Do you remember any commercials?
Yeah, I remember the Budweiser commercial, and I remember the
What
team,
Budweiser commercial?
one with the Clydesdale and the dog.
I don't even see that on the list.
And then the T-Mobile Dolly Parton one, where she pulled the phone out of her boobs. And she said, I need to get something off my chest.
And then you like that one, huh?
Pull the phone out. And then that one that did right before halftime with the little figures, football figures. Supposed to look like clay people or whatever.
The USA Today had people wear ad meters and they scored the commercials.
Oh, yeah.
And then they put out the results of the ad meters. Okay. And here's what they said as the top commercial. Rocket Homes and Rocket Mortgage. Dream House with Anna Kendrick and Barbie.
Oh.
That was the highest rated commercial. I don't even remember that commercial.
It was stupid. I remember that. Barbie Dream House and Castle Grayskull in it and all kinds of crazy stuff.
I did see Anna Kendrick during the Super Bowl. But she was the top commercial. You know? She was the top commercial. Number 2 was Amazon, the Mind Reader commercial with Scarlett Johansson and Colin Jost.
I don't remember that one either.
I sort of remember, where Alexa was reading your mind. I did see that was kind of good. Number 3 was Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I know you probably like that. And Cool Ranch Doritos.
It was okay. I didn't care for it. It was okay.
That was the one with the birds and the fox
and
push it, baby, push it real good. Then number 4 was the Kia commercial with RoboDog with the all-electric Kia EV6. Yeah, there were a lot of commercials with cars getting plugged in.
Yeah.
Chargers, yeah. Number 5 was Toyota. The Brothers commercial with the Paralympian and his older brother. And yeah, and one of the Paralympians went blind or something.
Right? Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah. It's cross country skis or something like that.
Yeah. And then there was the Lay's commercial, Golden Memories with Paul Rudd and Seth Rogen.
Yeah, that was okay.
Then there was BMW commercial with Zeus and Hera with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Selma Hayek.
Yeah.
The NFL commercial with different players coming out of the TV as puppets.
Yeah, that was the one that I liked.
Number 9 was the Joneses commercial with Tommy Lee Jones, Leslie Jones, Rashida Jones, and Nick Jonas. Then there was an E-Trade commercial with the return of the E-Trade baby.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Flying away in a helicopter. Yeah.
And then there were the worst commercials. Here was the worst commercials. Number 1, this was the worst commercial in the entire Super Bowl. The the bouncing QR code.
Yeah, that was the dumbest. Yeah, that was
Coinbase. And I guess if you put your phone again, by the way, I did not put my phone up. I did not care what that was.
I didn't even know what it was. I thought my TV, something was the matter with my fucking TV.
It was.
I thought, shit, what the hell happened?
Like, oh my God, someone turned on my fucking.
Turned off my cable.
Someone turned on my Blu-ray player.
Yeah, what the shit?
It was some kind of
Yeah.
That fucking Bitcoin shit, whatever that, I don't know, that the whatever currency, The second worst commercial was eToro. I don't even know what eToro is.
Uh-huh.
Bud Light, zero in the way of possibility. It's the first time Bud Light has ever appeared in the bottom.
Wow.
Number 4, Wallbox. All right. And number 5, DraftKings. Fortune, life's a gamble. Those were the worst commercials. So if you guys saw any of those commercials, that was the worst. That was the best. So there you go.
I read something on the internet yesterday that Snoop Dogg has a full-time blunt roller that travels with him.
Oh yeah, he's got a guy that
pays him $50,000 a year. That's all he does.
Yeah, he's got a guy that he pays money. He pays the guy money, and all the guy does is roll his weed.
Yeah, lucky bastard.
I wish. I gotta be honest. That makes me wish that I had money to hire someone.
No shit, just to do that. What a job!
Wouldn't it be cool to be able to hire someone that ridiculous? You know what I mean? I did see where they had video of Snoop Dogg smoking weed. He was smoking weed right before he went on stage Sunday night.
Of course he was.
Yeah. D-O-double-G. D-O-double-G. He was smoking that weed. Yeah. Double D, D-O-double-G. He likes to smoke the weed. D-O-double-G. Yeah. Eminem's in trouble, I guess, because they said that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. People are bitching because
he kneeled.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything to do with. It had to do with Eazy-E. It didn't have anything to do with Kaepernick.
I don't know. Who cares?
Exactly. Who cares? What makes the difference?
I like Colin Kaepernick. I don't know. But haven't people been saying? Didn't they say their problem with? Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they say the problem with Colin Kaepernick was that he did it during the national anthem?
Right. Yeah.
So why the hell are you pissed off? Because Eminem kneeled during Lose Yourself. Lose yourself in the moment. You want it. You got it. Don't you never let it go. You get opportunity comes once in a lifetime. I don't even remember the words of that song. I do like that song. So he kneeled during that song. So are you pissed about the national anthem or not? Because I thought the whole thing was about the national anthem, wasn't it?
Right.
Obviously, you're pissed at Colin Kaepernick for other reasons than it was the national anthem. If you're bitching about this.
Right.
Well, you want it, you got it. Don't you never let it go. I wish I remember the words of that song. Because opportunity comes once in a lifetime. That's the song that's what he bowed at the end of his song. And then I saw people bitching about it. It's always the same people.
Of course.
It's always a bunch of fat old white people complaining. Or people doing a show on Fox News. It's always the same people complaining. That's who complains. They just want to complain about Colin Kaepernick. Yeah. Oh well. I do like Eminem though. I've always liked Eminem. So big deal.
I didn't think it was a big deal.
Yeah. It didn't offend me.
Nope.
I read a thing yesterday that it was Eminem caused the most. This is the most controversy that's ever been caused during a Super Bowl since Janet Jackson showed her breast. And I'm wait a minute. You're comparing this. You're making this comparable to breast being shown. I mean, the whole thing was crazy. And by the way, I like the halftime show.
Oh yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah. You know, I know I'm 50 years old, but I knew all that music.
Yep.
Which showed me, that's when I realized how old rap music is.
Oh shit, yeah.
You know what I mean? California knows how to party. A California knows how to party. In the city of Compton. I mean, I knew that song, man. I was bopping along to everything. I love that halftime show. And then I loved when my favorite part was Eminem, which I feel kind of, you know, I do feel kind of racist about that. I'm like, the one I knew the best was the white guy.
Well, yeah,
I know Snoop, but the one, because I got to tell you, the song I knew the most words to was the one by the white guy.
Right, yeah.
And I feel kind of bad about that. And then I do remember, I'm like, who is that fat guy? Who's that fat guy hanging upside down? And it was 50 Cent.
Yeah. And they said he was a add-in real quick.
Well, yeah, he's a big weightlifter.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
But he just looked like a fat guy hanging upside down when I first saw him. I'm like, is that Rerun? I'm like, shit, I thought Rerun was dead. Is that Rerun? Who the hell is that? And then when he flipped around from being upside down, I noticed, oh, he's built. He's not fat at all. But am I wrong?
Oh no, all you could see was like his chest.
He looked fat when he was upside down. Yeah.
It's like all his muscles went to his head while he's upside down.
And then when he turned himself right side up, he looked, holy shit, he was like 1,500%. You know. He looks massive. Yeah. Way to go, Fitty. Yeah. So but I really enjoyed that halftime show. That was really cool.
Pretty good.
And then I thought Snoop Dogg was great.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He would have been better though if he had a fatty in his hand while he's doing it all the time. But
yeah, man. And I thought the Dr. Dre was the whole thing it was about. And, but it was still really good. I mean, I liked that show a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good time. It was a lot of fun at Super Bowl halftime show.
Yep.
It's almost I'm sorry everyone, but I didn't get started. We didn't start the show till late. I'm sorry, but it's almost meditation time.
Yeah, it's almost. Get there before Goose get there.
Well, there's no Goose today. There's no Goose. California knows how to party. California knows how to party. I got people were us today were asking about more on the more of the more stories.
Oh, more of the story
for us, but it'll come up naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna force. I don't want to force my stories of my love. Yeah. I don't want to force my stories of love making upon you all. I don't want to force my stories.
No, they need to come naturally.
Yeah. And I don't know where Goose is.
Maybe he had a job interview. Maybe he got lucky last night. It was Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it was Valentine's Day. You're right. He might have hooked up with somebody.
Yep.
Yeah, because I know he's got some friends with benefits. You know what I mean, Steve?
I know what you mean, but I wish I had friends like that.
He's got those friends with benefits that he just hooks up with. Because
just to keep the turtle wet.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is I don't know. I know there's people in my family that are like, my mother just can't keep herself out of everybody else's business. I mean, listen, my brother he just got divorced not that long ago. So he got out of his marriage, and so he met somebody in a bar or something, you know what I mean?
All right.
And my mom's like, "You're not hanging out with that woman you met at the bar. She's just a barfly. Well, you don't want to. You don't need a." And he's like, "What? What?" He goes, "No, she's not." He goes, "She's a friend of mine with benefits." I don't know what that is, but I know you shouldn't be seeing that whore. And he's like, what are you talking about? She's a whore. He goes, what do you care? What do you care what I'm seeing? All I know is that you don't need to see a whore. Oh, my God. So like my mother and my sister, deciding to get involved and trying to tell him what he can. And I know it drives him nuts. Because he'll go pick somebody up at a bar or something. And, But here's his deal. He picks somebody up. What do you bring it up for?
Exactly.
Just keep it to yourself. What do you bring that up for? If you bring that up, then of course they're going to talk about it. Just don't say anything. Just be like, I went out last night. Wow. And I've met somebody, but don't even just just say, nah, I got drunk and I slept it off at a friend's house. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Like back before I met my wife and I was hooking up with different women every night and doing stuff, I didn't call my mother and say, oh, I went to a party and hooked up with a girl and I went out and met somebody and I stayed over at this girl's house. I wouldn't say that stuff. I'd be like, nah, I just went out and I had to sleep off, So I just crashed somewhere and slept it off, Oh, good. That was smart. That was smart of you not to want to drink and drive. Yeah, thanks. I don't, because I didn't want her to know. You were with the whore, were you? No, I was not with a whore. But listen, I went out and I knew it was pretty buzzed, so I got a ride. Somebody gave me a ride home and I slept it off at their place. Oh, good. But I tell you, Mom, there were no whores involved. There was no whores involved. Good, because you don't need to be with the whore. See, that's where Goose screws up. He mentions what happens,
Right.
Or he'll say something like, well, I went over to some girl's house and spent the night with her. What did you do? Nothing. Were you with the whore? A whore. Don't bring it up. Because then she starts complaining and goes, you haven't decided to make that whore your girlfriend. You never want to say that.
No.
You just got divorced. Now you got whores as girlfriends. You don't give them any, you certainly don't give them reasons to talk about you. But I think that's a mistake that Goose made.
Right.
So he's probably, so then he has to put up with, that assumption. Almost got my protein drink finished.
Mm-mm.
You know what that means, right?
Time to go work out.
Yeah, that's right, buddy.
Time to get that meditation on.
I'm going to have enough time to put on my knee braces and shoes and head for a workout.
Yep.
All right, buddy. Good show today.
Yep.
Everybody, I'm sorry, but listen, the show used to start. In fact, in today's classic podcast, I'm doing some classic Nikki episodes this week. Where she's talking about, sex and other stuff. So the first episodes today is a classic Nikki episode, but that show used to start at 8:30 every day.
Yeah.
And then I see some people I see Big D's in here and Jen's in here. And I know Stice comes in from Stice and would listen to that old show. But I used to do a show at 8:30 every day. A lot happier then, I'll tell you that. This 8 o'clock show is too early for me. Especially on days like today where I don't want to get out of bed. So, yeah. I wish I could just go to sleep in my workout clothes. But I got to get up and get dressed, Oh, well.
Yep.
Hopefully I'll be on time tomorrow, buddy. I'm sorry.
Oh, well.
I had to, it was Valentine's night.
Exactly.
I couldn't. You were with the whore. I had to, Oh, yeah, that's right. TJ says, And then at 9 o'clock, I wouldn't start until after 9 because I would have to take my daughter to school. Thank you. Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah. The show started at a later time back in the day.
right.
So, yeah. That's how it would work. But I gotta look good because I'm taking care of my wife after she watches that Reacher. That Reacher guy's like,
Right.
he's gigantic. He's all muscular and, there's a lot of work I got to do to try to keep up. Anyway, let's wrap up today. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock. You guys have a great day. Show is brought to you by our friends at Recon Tex. That's Recon Tex in the corner of 8th and Black. Let them give your car a complete detailing or a coating or any kind of aftermarket stuff. They do it all at Recon Tex. Here's the things they're doing. This week, they're going to be putting in a new Bluetooth radio for my daughter so that her Bluetooth phone will connect to her radio and she can play her music. And they're also putting a backup cam in, which when she backs up, she'll be able to see, and it's going to be on the radio. It's really cool. That's the stuff they're doing this week. That's what they do at Recon Tex. They take care of your car, whether it's a complete detailing or any of that aftermarket stuff. They do it all. They do car starters. They have a deal right now on those, which is fantastic. And Just Beds. Just Beds, 3120 Montvale Drive. Get yourself a good, comfortable bed. Get 8 hours of sleep a night. You can get it from Just Beds. The Yawn Exterminators, 698-6179. Just Beds, 3120 Montvale Drive. Thank you guys for checking us out. We're back tomorrow with another show at 8 o'clock. So long, everybody.